In this video, we're going to look at creating an evergreen sales funnel with an expiring offer. When it comes to automated experience design, few things compare to the amazing power of an evergreen sales funnel with an expiring offer. We open the cart when someone reaches a certain point within a campaign, and then close the cart after a fixed period of time. This tactic for driving urgency is extremely powerful. The idea behind an evergreen sales funnel is that the cart opens and closes with respect to each individual, as opposed to a classic launch where it opens and closes for everyone at the same time. As you'll see, we are leveraging a merge field behind a link where the field value itself is dynamic. So in this video, we're going to take a look at an existing sales funnel, converting calls to action into merge values, and then modifying the sequence automation to control the cart's expiration. So in this example, we're going to assume a simple model that after somebody opts in, the cart is open for 7 days, and then it closes. And hopefully they purchase within that 7-day period. Now, we're going to be exploring the tactic of how to make these links switch themselves. So we're assuming a couple of things going into this. One, we're assuming that we already have a live sales page or order form, so that way somebody can actually purchase online. We're also assuming that we have a cart closed page, basically somewhere for people to go that says, sorry, you missed it. We're also assuming that you have created a custom text field to hold the cart URL. And lastly, we're assuming that you've actually got the emails written and ready to go. Same thing with the opt-in form and the order form content. Again, the purpose is to learn the tactic of switching these links. So in this example, you'll see that we have 3 sales emails before the cart closes. They receive one immediately. 3 days later in the morning, they get a reminder that says there's only 4 more days. 3 days after that, there's the final cart closing tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and look at this first email. We're going to go ahead and change the call to action to be a merge value. So we need to first grab that merge value. So put your cursor somewhere within a text field and grab the cart URL custom field that you've created. There you go. So remember, this is a custom text field that's holding the cart's URL. So we're going to want to go ahead and copy this. Now in the email here, we're going to take the call to action and set that value as that merge field. Now when somebody clicks on this link, it's going to take them to whatever is stored in their contact record for that part of the data. You're going to want to go ahead and do this with every call to action link and every sales email. So for example, I could add another cart link right here in the title. You'll want to go ahead and do that for all the emails in this sequence. One last thing to point out. In the copy of this first email, because we know that it's a 7-day cart, we can actually say this offer is only good until the next day of the week. So for example, if I opt in on a Tuesday, next Tuesday it's going to expire. So that's why 7 days is a good time period. It also is a good bit of urgency to get people to take action. Now, once we've configured all of the call to action links in these emails, we're going to want to adjust the sequence to set the value of that cart URL. So we're going to want to go ahead and grab a new set field set field value, and this is set cart to open. Here, we're going to take the same custom field we used last time, and this is where we would put the actual URL for the working order form. So for example, mywebsite.com/order form for maybe expiring offer. Let's pretend that this is that working functional sales page and order form. And we're going to make sure we check override existing value. Now we can mark this as ready. So it's important that this step occurs before this email is sent. When somebody clicks, it's going to check for whatever you've set here. Now, at the end of this chain, when the cart closes, we need to add another step to set this to cart closed. So using the same custom field as we've been using this entire time, this is now going to be the cart closed URL. At this point, we would just need to finish the campaign, publish it, and start putting people into it. Here's what's happening. When somebody opts in and they enter the sequence, the cart URL custom field is populated with the value of the active sales page. This way, when someone clicks on the email, they will be able to make a purchase. After 7 days, the cart URL field is populated with the value of the cart closed page. Now, if somebody clicks, even in some of these old emails, they will find that the offer has expired. Since the links in every email are pointing to the same custom field value, whenever somebody clicks, they're going to go to whichever URL is set at that moment in time. Hence, when the cart is open, they can purchase because the field value is pointing to the active sales page. When the cart is closed, they will see the closed page because that's where the field value is pointing. Even if they go back to the old emails when the cart was open, because the field value is still pointing to this closed page, they cannot redeem the offer. Optionally, something else we may want to do is if they do make a purchase, we may want to set the cart URL back to closed. This way, you can reuse it as a tactic for other offers in your product line. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that in this strategy, all it's doing is changing the URL inside the Infusionsoft database. There's nothing to stop anybody from looking back in their browser history and finding the active sales page, even after the cart is closed. In the next video, we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, setting up a sales pipeline.